Hi guys, good day, it's me, Teacher MJ. Our topic for today class is we're going to perform the following operations on rational numbers and we're going to run off our answer to the nearest hundreds for the decimals. So without further ado, let's do this topic. Now I will give you 10 examples class for you to really understand this one. And let's start with example number 1 class. Given 65.825 minus 13.263 plus 25.532. So the thing that you will do class, if you have example like this, simply subtract and then your answer class you add it by 25.532. But if you're confused with that one class, because you have negative, you have positive, you can arrange class. You can have 65.825 and then positive plus 25.532 minus 13.263. So add this one first and then subtract, you will have the same answer class. So let's just simply subtract this. Subtract this one and then our answer we add it by 25.532. Alright, let's do that. 65.825 minus 13.263. Once again class, if you're adding and subtracting decimals, you align the decimal point. So we align the decimal point, that's okay. And then we simply subtract class. 5 minus 3 is 2. 2 minus 6, that cannot be. We borrow 1, this becomes 7. This becomes 12. So 12 minus 6, that's 6. 7 minus 2 is 5. Copy the decimal point. 5 minus 3 is 2. 6 minus 1 is 5. 52.562. And then our answer class, we add it by 25.532 plus 25.532. Simply add. 2 plus 2 is 4. 6 plus 3 is 9. 5 plus 5 is 0. Carry 1. Copy the decimal point. 1 plus 2 is 3. Plus 5 is 8. 5 plus 2 is 7. So therefore, our answer for number 1 class, this is equal to 78.094. Now, once again, class, we are told to round up our answer to the nearest hundreds. So, 2 decimal places, class. 78.094. So, after 9, that's 4. Simply copy 9. Round down, class. Simply copy 9. So, 78.09. So, that would be our final answer for number 1. 78.09. That's it, class. That's the answer for number 1, class. Alright, so let's have example number 2. Multiplying fractions. So, to multiply fractions, class, simply multiply the numerators and then simply multiply the denominators. So, 5 over 18 times 2 over 15. So, once again, class, if you multiply the denominators, 18 times 15, these are large numbers, class. That's why, class, you need to see the video, class, in multiplying fractions because we do have a shortcut method for that on how to multiply fractions. So to multiply fractions, class, especially if you have given large numbers for the denominators and numerators, you do the crisscross, class. Once again, you do the crisscross. For 5 and 15, what would be the greatest common factor, class, of 5 and 15? Of course, that would be 5, right? We can divide 5 by 5. We can also divide 15 by 5. So 5 divided by 5 is 1. 15 divided by 5 is 3. Once again, class, see the video, class, the first video for multiplication of fractions. I will just put the link on the description down below. It's better for you, class, to see the first video before solving for this one, class. 18 and 2. What would be the greatest common factor, class, of 18 and 2? That's correct, that is 2. We can divide 2 by 2. We can also divide 18 by 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. 18 divided by 2, that's 9. And then simply multiply, class. 1 times 1 is 1. And then 9 times 3 is 27. And that would be our answer, class, for number 2. Easy, right? So simply do the crisscross, class. 1 over 27. So 1 over 27. Because if you simply multiply the numerators, class, let's try that one, class. 5 times 2, that is 10. Okay, 5 times 2 is 10. If we will not do the crisscross, simply multiply the numerators. 5 times 2 is 10. 18 times 5. Okay, 18 times 5, I think that's 270. So let's double check. 18 times 15, sorry, 18 times 15. 5 times 8 is 40, 0 carry 4, 5 times 1 is 5, plus 4 is 9, 1 times 8 is 8, 1 times 1 is 1. So add 0, bring down 0, 9 plus 8 is 17, carry 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, 270. And once again, you always reduce your fraction to its lowest term if you can reduce. We can divide this 1 by 10. So 10 divided by 10 is 1, 270 divided by 10, that is 27. It will take time, class. That's why, class, you need to do the crisscross. You need to see the first video, class, before answering this one, class. Alright, so let's have example number 3. So 1 minus 4 over 5 plus 1 half. Now, once again, class, if you have a whole number 1, you can think this one, class, as 5 over 5. We copy the denominator, class, for us to subtract this one easily. Once again, rules in fractions, if they have the same denominator, simply copy the denominator and then add or subtract the numerators. So therefore, class, we simplify this one first. Okay, subtract this one first. 1 minus 4 over 5. Once again, class, this one right here, we can make this one into 5 over 5. 5 over 5 is just the same with 1. 5 divided by 5 is equals to 1. So subtract this one first. 5 over 5 minus 4 over 5. So we can just simply subtract this one, class. Okay, we can just simply subtract this one because they have the same denominator. Simply copy the denominator and then subtract the numerators. 5 minus 4 is 1. Therefore, 1 minus 4 over 5. So 1, that is 5 over 5, minus 4 over 5. The answer is 1/5. And then after that, we add this by 1/2. So 1/5 plus 1/2. So I hope you get this one, class. Once again, 1, we can write this one 5 over 5 minus 4 over 5. The answer is 1 over 5. Simply copy the denominator. And then 1 over 5 plus 1/2. So we can do the butterfly method. Simply cross multiply. 1 times 2 is 2. Cross multiply. 5 times 1 is 5. And then multiply the denominators. 5 times 2 is 10. Then copy plus sign. So 2 plus 5 is 7. Copy 10. 7 over 10. That's it, class. All set. That's the answer for number 3, class. So this is 7 over 10. 7 over 10. Easy as that, class. That's the answer for number 3. Alright, so let's work on example number 4. So 4 and 3/5 plus 1 and 5 over 6. So simply add the whole numbers. 4 plus 1, that's 5. And then we add the fractions, class. 3 over 5 plus 5 over 6. Once again, if they don't have the same denominators, you can find the LCD for you to add the fractions. But for me, class, it's better to use the butterfly method. Easy, class, for the butterfly method. So, cross multiply. 3 times 6, that's 18. And then 5 times 5, that's 25. Alright, and then you multiply the denominators. 5 times 6 is 30. Okay, and then copy, plus sign. So 8 plus 25, 18 plus 25. So this is 8 plus 5 is 13. 3, carry 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 2 is 4. 43. 43 over 30. Alright, so the answer for the fraction, that's 43 over 30. So we need to convert this one into mixed number because this is an improper fraction. Alright, once again, this is an improper fraction. We need to convert this one into mixed number. So divide 43, divide by 30. 43 divided by 30 is 1. 1 times 30 is 30. Subtract 43 minus 30, that's 13. So this whole number 1, this will be the whole number 1. 13 will be the numerator of the mixed number and 30 will be the denominator. Okay, so once again, check if we can reduce. Can we reduce 13 and 13? Nope, we cannot reduce. So 1 will be the whole number, 13 will be the numerator of the fraction, and 30 is the denominator. So we already have 5 for our whole number, plus this answer, class, 1 and 13 over 30. So our final answer will be 5 plus 1 is 6, copy 13 over 30. That's it, class. That's the answer, class, for example number 4. 6 and 13 over 30. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 5. Alright, so let's proceed now in example number 5. Our given is 4.25 multiplied by 3.14. Once again, class, if you're multiplying decimals, simply ignore first the decimal point and then simply write this one as 425 multiplied by 314. Once again, class, multiplying decimals, simply ignore the decimal point. So simply multiply 4 times 5, that's 20, 0, carry 2. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10, 0, carry 1. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 1 is 17. And then 1 times 5 is 5, 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 4 is 4, and then 3 times 5 is 15, so 5, carry 1. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7, 3 times 4 is 12. Alright, and then simply add. So add is 1, bring down 0. 0 plus 5 is 5, 7 plus 2 is 9, plus 5 is 14, carry 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 4 is 6, plus 7 is 13, carry 1. 1 plus 2 is 3, and then copy 1. And then simply count the decimal value, class, or decimal places in our given, class. So count the number of decimal places. We have 1, 2, 3, then 4. Okay, once again, count the number of decimal places or count the numbers to the right of the decimals. So how many numbers, class, to the right of the decimals? 1, 2, 3, 4. Therefore, we need to have at least 4 numbers to the right of the decimals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and this will be the decimal point. Alright, so therefore, our answer is 13.3450. Once again, we're told to round off our answer to the nearest hundredths. So we need to have at least 2 decimal numbers. Okay, so this is 3, 4. After 4, that's 50. So this is 5. After 4, that's 5. Therefore, we need to round up. This will be 13.35. Alright, so that would be our answer for example number 5. So 13.35. Alright, so all set, class, for example number 5. Alright, so let's proceed now in example number 6, dividing decimals. So this will be 6.89 divide 0.5. Once again, class, if you're dividing decimals, you need to make your divisor into a whole number. So this will be our dividend. This will be our divisor. Dividend, divisor. You need to make, class, your divisor into a whole number. This is 0.5. Therefore, we need to move the decimal point left to right once. So 1, and this becomes 5. A whole number 5. Now, once you move the decimal point left to right once on your divisor, you also do that to the dividend. So simply move decimal point left to right once. Once you move once in our divisor, you also do that to the dividend. So left to right once. So this will be 68.9. So the decimal point will be in between 8 and 9. So 68.9. And then simply divide, class. Simply divide. So 6 divided by 5, that's 1. 1 times 5 is 5. Subtract. 6 minus 5 is 1. Bring down 8. 18 divided by 5 is 3. 3 times 5 is 15. Subtract. Okay, 18 minus 15, that's 3. And then bring down 9. Bring down 9. And then do not forget, class, the decimal point. So 13, then decimal point. Bring down 9, 39. Divided by 5. What's the answer, class? That's correct. That is 7. 7 times 5 is 35. Subtract 39 minus 35. That is 4. Once again, class, borrow 0. Okay, borrow 0. So bring down 0. This becomes 40. So 40 divided by 5. That's 8. 8 times 5 is 40. Subtract. That is 0. So therefore, class, our answer is 13.78. So that would be our answer, class, for example number 6. So 13.78. So we already have 2 decimal numbers. So that would be our final answer, 13.78. Once again, class, if you want to learn more about multiplying and dividing decimals, adding fractions, multiplying fractions, I will just put the link on the description down below. Feel free to see the video class. Alright, so let's work on example number 7. So first thing to do, we subtract this one, and then our answer, minus 1.43. Alright, so 17.125 minus 12.131. So subtract, 5 minus 1 is 4, 2 minus 3, that's cannot be. We need to borrow 1, this becomes 0, and this 2 becomes 12, so 12 minus 3 is 9. So 0 minus 1, that's cannot be, borrow 1 again, so this becomes 6, and this becomes 10. So 10 minus 1 is 9, then copy the decimal point, 6 minus 2 is 4, and then 1 minus 1 is 0. Alright, so our answer is 4.994. So once again, class, we're not yet done. We just simply subtract 12.125 minus 12.131, and this will be our answer. So therefore, this one minus this one, minus 1.43. Once again, class, you align the decimal point. Do not forget, class, if you're adding or subtracting decimals, you need to align the decimal point. So 1 point, align the decimal point, 43. And then we can add 0, class. That's okay to add 0 to the right of the decimal. Alright, so bring down 4. 4 minus 0, that's 4. 9 minus 3, that's 6. 9 minus 4, that's 5. Copy the decimal point. 4 minus 1 is 3. That's it, class. That would be 3.56. So 3.564. After 6, that's 4. So simply round down. Simply copy 6. Our answer is 3.56. Once again, class, we are told to round off our answer to the nearest hundredths. If it's hundredths, class, there would be 2 decimal places. So after 6, that's 4. Simply copy 6. So this will be equal to 3.56. That's it. That's all set for number 7. Alright, so let's proceed now to number 8. So number 8, 4 and 2/3 multiplied by 2 and 2 over 7. Once again, class, if you're multiplying mixed numbers, you need to convert the mixed numbers into improper fraction before you multiply, class. To do that, simply multiply the denominator by the whole number, and then your answer, class, you add it to the numerator, plus. So multiply, then plus. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 2 is 14. And then copy the denominator times. Once again, you multiply, then plus. 7 times 2 is 14, plus 2, that's 16. And then copy the denominator. And then equals, once again, class, if we multiply 14 and 16 directly, once again, class, in multiplying fractions, you can multiply the numerators directly and then multiply the denominators. But if we multiply 14 and 16 directly, your number, class, is a large number, and it's difficult for us to reduce our answer to the lowest term. So that's why, class, we need to apply the crisscross. For 14 and 7, class, what would be the greatest common factor of 14 and 7? That's correct. The GCF of 14 and 7, that is 7, right? We can divide 14 by 7. We can also divide 7 by 7. So once again, class, always do the crisscross, class, especially if you have large numbers, class. Because 14 times 16, class, this will be a large number, class. And it will be really difficult for us to reduce our answer to the lowest term. So do the crisscross. We can divide 14 by 7. 14 divided by 7, that's 2. 7 divided by 7, that's 1. Alright, how about for 3 and 16, class? What would be the greatest common factor of 3 and 16? Can we reduce? Nope, we cannot reduce. So, we cannot reduce 3 and 16. So therefore, simply multiply. 2 times 16, that is 32. 3 times 1, that is 3. So our answer is an improper fraction. We need to convert this one into a mixed number. So simply divide 32, divide 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. Subtract, 3 minus 3 is 0. Bring down 2. 2 divided by 3, that is 0. This cannot be. That is 0. 0 times 3, 0. And then 2 minus 0, that is 2. So therefore, class, our final answer will be, this 10 will be the whole number for our mixed number. This 2 will be the numerator. And this 3 will be the denominator. So that would be 10 and 2 over 3. Once again, class, our answer is 10 and 2 over 3. Alright, so this will be our answer for number 8. 10 and 2 over 3. So 10 and 2 over 3. Alright, all set for this one, class. Alright, let's try number 9. So we have, once again, dividing decimals. So 42.12 divide 20. So check, class, do we need to move the decimal point left to right for this one? Nope. No need to move, class, because our divisor is a whole number. No need to move, class. Our divisor is a whole number. That's okay. So simply divide, class. 42 divided by 20, that's 2. 2 times 20, that's 40. Subtract 42 minus 40, that is 2. And then once again, copy the decimal point here. Align the decimal point, copy the decimal point. Bring down 1. So 21 divided by 20, that's 1. 1 times 20 is 20. Subtract 21 minus 20, that's 1. Bring down 2. 12 divided by 20, that's cannot be, that is 0. 12 divided by 20, that's 0. 0 times 20 is 0. Subtract 12 minus 0, that's 12. Add 0, class. You add 1 0. Alright, so bring down 0. 120 divide 20, that is 6. 6 times 20, that's 120. Subtract, that is 0. Alright, so our answer is 2.106. So therefore, after 0, that is 6, we can round up. So after 0, that's 6, we can round up. So this will be 2.11. That's it, class. Once again, class, nearest hundreds, 2 decimal numbers. After 0, that's 6. Round up. This will be, this 0 becomes 1. 2.11. 2.11. That's the answer, class, for number 9. Last example, class. Example number 10, and we're all set. Once again, class, if you have some questions with this one, class, operation on rational numbers, go ahead, class. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Alright, last example. Example number 10, 72 over 150. Divide, once again, this is divide 3. Once again, class, for any whole number, there is a denominator of 1. So 72 over 150 divide 3. So we can put 3 over 1. That's okay. Any whole number, there is a denominator of 1. So if you're dividing fractions, you cannot divide the fractions directly. You need to get the reciprocal of the divisor. Then you will proceed to multiplication. So simply copy 72 over 150. This is our divisor. You get the reciprocal. So this one will be the numerator and this 3 will be the denominator. So this will be 1 over 3. And then you proceed to multiplication. Get the reciprocal of the divisor, then you proceed to multiplication. Alright, and then we do the crisscross, class, because 150 times 3, this will be really a large number, class. So, is there a greatest common factor of 72 and 3? Yup. We can divide this one by 3. The GCF of 72 and 3, that is 3. So, let's divide 72, divide 3. 7 divided by 3, that's 2. 2 times 3 is 6. Subtract. 7 minus 6 is 1. Bring down 2. 12 divided by 3 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. Subtract, that is 0. Alright, so therefore, 72 divide 3, that is 24. 3 divided by 3, that's 1. So 24 times 1, that's 24. 150 times 1, that's 150. So check, class, can we reduce our answer? Yep, we can actually reduce. The greatest common factor of 24 and 150, that is 6. Divide by 6. Divide by 6. So 24 divided by 6, that is 4. 150 divided by 6, that's 25. And we're all set, class. That's it, class. That's the answer for number 10. 4 over 25. All set. All set, class, for this one. So once again, class, you try this one and you put your answer in the comment section down below. 3.52 multiplied by 1.7 and then 2 1/3 multiplied by 5 1/2. You put your answer in the comment section down below. Once again, this is Teacher MJ. I hope you learned something new today. If you like this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. You share it to your friends. and to your classmates so that we can help more students. Once again, this is Teacher MJ. Have a great day, class. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.